The text lit up my phone at 3 a.m. I think I'm in love with Alex. My roommate. My best friend. And Alex. That's my partner. The room spun, but the words didn't. They were real. I stared at the message, my heart pounding. The room was silent except for the faint hum of the fridge. Jamie's bed was empty, the sheets tangled. Alex was asleep in the next room, oblivious. My mind raced. How long had Jamie felt this way? Why now? The wine bottle on the table reminded me of last night's party. Too much drinking. Too many secrets. I took a deep breath, knowing nothing would be the same. Jamie shuffled into the kitchen, rubbing his eyes. "Morning," he mumbled, grabbing a mug. I nodded, my throat too tight to speak. He glanced at my phone on the table, then quickly looked away. The air felt heavy, like a storm was brewing. Alex's snoring drifted from the bedroom. Jamie's hands shook as he poured tea. "Rough night, huh?" he said, forcing a laugh. I didn't answer. The silence said everything. Alex appeared in the doorway, hair messy, smiling. "Morning, you too." Jamie's mug clinked against the table as he set it down. "Hey," he said, too cheerful. Alex kissed my cheek, then grabbed an apple. "Big plans today." Jamie cleared his throat. "Just, work stuff." Alex nodded, unaware of the tension. I watched them, wondering how long this act could last. After Alex left for work, I turned to Jamie. "We need to talk." He sighed, sinking into the couch. "I know. I'm sorry. I was drunk. Drunk doesn't excuse it," I cut in. Jamie ran his hands through his hair. "I know. I've liked Alex for a while, but I never meant to say anything. I just can't pretend anymore." My chest ached. How could I fix this? "I met Sarah at our usual cafe." "He said what?" she exclaimed, nearly spilling her coffee. "Yeah. Jamie. Alex. A mess." Sarah sighed. "You need to decide what matters more, your relationship with Alex or your friendship with Jamie. You can't have both if this keeps up." Her words hit hard. I stared at my coffee, the steam blurring my vision. That evening, Alex asked, "You've been quiet. Everything okay?" We were walking through the park, the air crisp. "Yeah, just tired," I lied. Alex stopped, turning to me. "It's not just that, is it? You've been distant since the party." I hesitated. How could I explain without breaking everything? Jamie showed up with flowers. "I'm sorry," he said, avoiding my eyes. "I messed up. I'll back off, I promise." I took the flowers, unsure what to say. "It's not that simple, Jamie. You've known Alex longer than I have. This changes things." He nodded, looking miserable. "I know. I'll do whatever it takes to fix this." Dinner that night was painful. Forks clinked against plates, but no one spoke. Alex tried to make conversation, but it fell flat. Jamie picked at his food, avoiding eye contact. I watched them both, feeling torn. How had one night ruined everything? Tom pulled me aside after work. "Jamie's been acting weird lately. You should watch out." I frowned. "What do you mean?" Tom shrugged. "Just saying, he's not as over Alex as he claims." My stomach dropped. Could Jamie be lying? That night, I sat by the window, rain tapping against the glass. I had to choose, Alex or Jamie. But what if I lost them both? The weight of the decision pressed down on me. The room felt colder than usual. I took a deep breath, knowing tomorrow would change everything. Alex was acting strange. They kept glancing at me, then looking away. "Everything okay?" I asked, drying my hands. "Yeah, just. Jamie's been weird lately. Have you noticed?" My heart skipped a beat. "Weird how?" Alex hesitated. "I don't know. Just off. Like he's avoiding me." I forced a smile. Probably just stressed with work. Jamie came home at 2 a.m., smelling like alcohol. "Where were you?" I asked, sitting on the couch. "Out," he mumbled, collapsing into his chair. "With who?" He paused, then sighed. Tom. We talked about stuff. I narrowed my eyes. What stuff? Jamie avoided my gaze. Nothing important. Sarah showed up unannounced. We need to talk, she said, turning to Jamie. You're messing with their relationship, and it's not cool. Jamie flinched. I said I'd back off. Not enough, Sarah snapped. You're still hanging around Alex like nothing's wrong. Jamie looked at me, then at the floor. Do you think Jamie's into me? Alex asked out of the blue. I froze. What? No, why would you think that? Alex shrugged. I don't know. He's just different around me lately. My throat went dry. Maybe you're reading too much into it. You need to stop, I hissed. Stop what? Jamie snapped. Acting like everything's fine. You're making Alex uncomfortable, and you're lying to me. Jamie's face turned red. I'm trying to fix this, okay? But you're not making it easy. Maybe because you're not actually trying. Jamie's been talking about Alex a lot, Tom said. Even before the party. I think he's had feelings for a while. I gripped my glass. Why didn't you tell me? Tom shrugged. It wasn't my place. But now it's getting messy. Alex was pulling away. They stopped holding my hand, stopped kissing me goodbye. Is everything okay? I asked for the 10th time. Yeah, fine, they mumbled, not looking up. I sat next to them, but they shifted away. The space between us felt like a chasm. Jamie knocked softly. Can I come in? I nodded. He handed me the tea. I'm really sorry. I'm trying, but I don't know how to fix this. I took the tea, my hands shaking. Maybe you can't. Maybe it's too broken. We need to get Jamie to back off for real, Sarah said. And we need to make sure Alex feels secure. I sighed. Easier said than done. Sarah tapped the pen against the table. Nothing worth it is easy. If you can't respect my relationship with Alex, you need to move out, I said, my voice steady. Jamie looked up, shock written on his face. You're serious? Dead serious. This can't keep going like this. After the ultimatum, Jamie stopped talking. He moved like a ghost through the apartment, avoiding me and Alex. When I asked if he was looking for a new place, he just nodded. The silence was worse than the fights. It felt like he was already gone. I know something's going on, Alex said, squeezing my hand. With Jamie. And I think I know what it is. My heart dropped. How? Alex sighed. I overheard him talking to Tom. About me. I pulled my hand away. Why didn't you say anything? I didn't want to make things worse. You knew Alex heard you, didn't you? I demanded. Jamie wiped his face. I didn't mean for him to. But yeah, I knew. And you still acted like nothing was wrong. Jamie looked down. I didn't know what else to do. You can't keep letting him walk all over you, Sarah said, stepping inside. He's not the only one who needs to change. I rubbed my temples. What do you want me to do? Kick him out? Sarah nodded. If that's what it takes. Do you still want to be with me? Alex asked suddenly. I froze. Of course I do. Why would you ask that? Alex shrugged. Just, with everything going on, I don't know if I'm what you need. I sat down across from them. You're everything I need. Jamie didn't look up as he packed. When are you leaving? I asked. Soon, he mumbled. Where will you go? He paused, then zipped the suitcase shut. Doesn't matter. Anywhere but here. The night before Jamie left, we had one last dinner together. It was awkward, forced. Jamie picked at his food, Alex stared at their plate, and I tried to think of something to say. In the end, no one spoke. Goodbye, Jamie said, his voice flat. I nodded. Good luck. He hesitated, then looked at Alex. Sorry, he muttered before stepping out. The door clicked shut, and the apartment felt emptier than ever. Do you think we did the right thing? Alex asked, leaning against me. I sighed. I don't know. But we couldn't keep living like that. Alex nodded, but they didn't look convinced. How are you holding up? Sarah asked, handing me a coffee. Okay, I guess, I lied. It's just weird without him. Sarah squeezed my shoulder. It'll take time. But you did what you had to do. I stood in Jamie's old room, the emptiness echoing around me. The walls felt colder without his posters, the floor quieter without his clutter. Alex appeared behind me, wrapping their arms around my waist. We'll figure out what to do with it, they said softly. I nodded, but the room still felt like a ghost. Maybe we should find a new place, Alex suggested. A fresh start, just the two of us. I frowned. But this is our home. Alex sighed. It's also where everything fell apart. Maybe a change would help. My phone rang. It was Jamie. Hey, I said cautiously. I just wanted to make sure you're okay, he mumbled. I lied. How about you? He paused. Not great. But I'm working on it. You can't keep letting Jamie's call throw you off, Sarah said. He made his choice. You have to focus on you and Alex. I sighed. It's not that easy. He was my friend for years. Sarah stopped walking. Sometimes friendships don't survive when they turn toxic. Do you ever think about him? Alex asked, their voice small. I turned to face them. Think about who? Alex looked up, tears in their eyes. Jamie, do you miss him? I sat beside them, pulling them into a hug. I miss who he used to be, but not what he became. We found a new place. It was smaller, but it felt right. This is ours, Alex said, smiling. I smiled back, but my mind wandered to Jamie. Would he ever forgive me? Did I even want him to? The first night in the new place was quiet. We sat on the floor, drinking wine from plastic cups. To new beginnings, Alex said, clinking their cup against mine. I smiled. To us. Jamie's text woke me up. Can we talk? My thumb hovered over the screen. Should I reply? Alex stirred beside me, and I quickly locked the phone. Not tonight. You're still thinking about him, aren't you? Alex accused. No, I lied. Then why can't you delete his number? I sighed. It's not that simple. Isn't it? You need to decide, Sarah said. Is it Alex, or is it the ghost of Jamie? Because you can't keep straddling the line. I stared into my beer. I know. But how do I let go of someone I cared about for so long? I stared at Jamie's text, my thumb hovering over the screen. Finally, I typed, we can talk. But no promises. I hit send before I could change my mind. Alex glanced over, but I quickly pocketed the phone. Jamie looked different. Tired. Thinner. Thanks for meeting me, he said. I nodded. What's this about? He took a deep breath. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. For everything. I came home to find Alex holding my phone. You replied to him, they said, their voice shaking. I did, I admitted. But it's not what you think. Alex threw the phone on the couch. Isn't it? Why can't you just let him go? Alex yelled. Because it's not that easy. I shouted back. He was my friend, Alex. I can't just pretend he never existed. Alex's eyes filled with tears. Maybe that's what I need you to do. Sarah showed up after Alex stormed out. What the hell is going on here? She demanded. I sank onto the couch. I don't know anymore. Sarah sighed. You're going to lose Alex if you keep this up. Jamie showed up at the door. Please, let me explain, he said through the glass. I hesitated, then opened the door a crack. You have 5 minutes. I was selfish, Jamie said. I let my feelings for Alex ruin everything. I'm sorry. I wanted to make it right. I crossed my arms. And what about Alex? Did you think about them? Alex didn't come home that night. I called, but they didn't answer. I texted, but there was no reply. The apartment felt colder than ever, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd messed up, big time. You need to fight for Alex, Sarah said, her voice firm. If you want them, you need to prove it. Stop letting Jamie's shadow hang over your relationship. I nodded, but my heart felt heavy. I searched everywhere for Alex, their favorite cafe, the park, even their workplace. No luck. The rain soaked through my jacket, but I didn't stop. I had to find them. I had to fix this. Alex stopped when they saw me. What are you doing here? They asked, their voice cold. I need to talk to you, I said, my voice shaking. I'm sorry. For everything. I was stupid, and I almost lost you. Alex sighed. I don't know if I can trust you anymore. You keep letting Jamie back in, even when it hurts me. I reached for their hand. I'll do better. I promise. Just give me another chance. Alex finally took my hand, and we walked in silence. The rain seemed to wash away some of the tension. Let's go home, Alex said softly. I squeezed their hand. Okay. We sat down and wrote out boundaries. No more contact with Jamie unless absolutely necessary. No more secrets. We're a team, Alex said, sliding the paper toward me. I signed it without hesitation. Jamie's final text came the next day. I get it. I won't contact you again. Take care of Alex. I showed it to Alex, who nodded. Good. Now we can move on. That night, we watched a stupid comedy show and laughed until our sides hurt. It was the first time in weeks that the apartment felt like home. Alex leaned against me. This is nice, they said. I smiled. Yeah, it is. We started small, cooking dinner together, going for walks, just being present. Alex still had moments of doubt, but I worked hard to show them they were my priority. Slowly, the trust began to rebuild. Our first date night in months felt like a fresh start. Alex looked stunning, and the restaurant was perfect. To us, Alex said, raising a glass. To us, I echoed, my heart full. One night, I stood by the window, thinking about Jamie. Alex came up behind me, wrapping their arms around me. You don't have to hold on to the guilt anymore, they whispered. I turned and buried my face in their chest. I know. I'm ready to let go. Life settled into a new normal. Jamie's name wasn't forbidden, but it didn't come up often. Alex and I were stronger, closer. The apartment felt like ours again. As the credits rolled on the movie, Alex leaned against me. I love you, they said softly. I kissed their forehead. I love you too.